A Muslim outfit under the guise of a Tamil name, Tamilar Makkal Jananayaga Katchi, literally meaning Tamil People's Democratic Party. This was registered in 2007 by one Mr. Sharif. And this organization issued handbills in central Tamil Nadu in the city of Tiruchirappalli, asking the Marwadis to vacate and go. And the reason cited is this is because of the Marwadi community which is funding the Bharatiya Janata Party. The Bharatiya Janata Party members are abusing Islam. So the thing is, to stop the abuse against the Muslims, you have to take the fire out of the party. The only thing what we can do is to send these Marwadis out because they are funding them. And this is what the content of the notice is all about. So if that is going to be the case, our question is very simple now. If a party, if you say that if a group of people are funding and that because of that funding some abuse against a particular religion is happening, then from 1989 to till date, 136 Hindus and policemen were killed by Islamic jihadists. And during this 30-40 years, you can see a tremendous rise in business among the Muslim community. Muslim community almost entered into all businesses. Previously, they are confined only to some tannery business, or they are confined to the second-hand sales of iron and other things. This is where they are really confined to. But when the Muslims started flourishing in business, more people are killed by jihadis. If I go by this theory of this benchmark of abusing a particular religion, then this means that no Muslim should start a business. If I go by this particular benchmark, what is really fueling religious bigotry? This is where we need to understand why the Muslims are doing it and why they are using this political party to do this. The first point is, now, in the last 30-40 years, the business communities in Tamil Nadu, which were once dominating the business landscape like the Chettiars, the Nadars, and in some places the Asaris, and most of these guys are now losing their business, and Muslims have entered into all business segments. Now, grocery shops are now run by Muslims. The Muslims were previously not there. Supermarkets run by Muslims. Muslims were previously not there. Mobile recharge, mobile servicing, once dominated by the Marwaris, now taken over by the Muslims. Fancy stores, entirely under the Muslim domination. Eateries, now Muslims are firmly having a hold in that particular business. Name any business, the Muslims have taken over almost most of the business in the past 30 years. So now, the only challenge for the Muslims in terms of business is coming from the Marwadis. So now the Muslim wanted this Marwadis to be out of this space. Reason is simple. If you have the economic power with you, automatically you will be having a monopoly in that particular area in terms of police or in terms of administration, whatever may be. Because if you are strong in business, you dominate that area. And this is what the Muslims want. They don't want a challenge. Their only challenge is the Marwadis. The other communities they are able to convert. But as far as the Marwadis are concerned, they are not able to convert them. So, throw them out of the city. And this is the latest strategy now adopted by the Muslims. Then why the pseudo name? Tamilaga Makkal Jananayaga Katchi? It is obvious. If you use this Tamil jargon, automatically a state which is riddled with linguistic chauvinism, you can make use of it. And that is why they are camouflaging their intent in a Tamil name and doing this activity. So this is not a challenge against the minority Marwari communities in Tamil Nadu. This is a challenge against the entire country, the entire Hindu religion. In Krishnagiri district, the Muslims, they attacked a biryani shop, saying that the Hindu is selling the biryani without doing halal, and that shop is being attacked. So here there is no Marwari, the person who is selling that particular meat is from Tamil Nadu. He is not a North Indian. So he is attacked, claiming that he has not provided halal meat to his customers, and this is the allegation made by them, and the attack has taken place. No big police action has been taken on that. And now again in this case, when Marwaris are asked to shut down their shop and go, the police have not filed a case against them initially. They filed a case against the Marwaris and the local Hindus who went to the police station to seek justice for the handbills which are circulated. Then finally, after the intervention of the Bharatiya Janata Party leader H. Raja, a case was filed against the culprits, and this happened in this case. So now the survival of Hindu businessmen in Tamil Nadu has become a question mark. This is what is happening in Tamil Nadu. And since no police action is being taken against any of these culprits in the previous occasions, now Muslims find it very easy that if there is no big public opposition, you can flush out the Hindu business from any area, so that the entire state can be Islamized. And this is what is happening in Tamil Nadu, and it is a distressing trend. What I am recollecting now, we have learned about what happened in Sindh and elsewhere in undivided India before 1947. The Muslims asked Hindus to vacate within 24 hours, or else they will come and take their property away, come and take their daughters away. We know hundreds and thousands and lakhs of Hindus fled their homeland. This happened during the time of partition. And now, issuing notice like this, I am seeing that the act before partition, what Muhammad Ali Jinnah did on those days, is now getting enacted in Tamil Nadu. And you have to understand, the population of Muslims in Tamil Nadu is mere 6%, not more than that. With 6% of Muslim population, this is happening in Tamil Nadu. Just to think what will happen to the poor Hindu community if their population is going to exceed 8% or 10%.